Aria and Akela follow Maximilian's directions. In a little over an hour, you find a well-worn road that leads up to a shallow hill. In the distance, you can see a large walled compound that stands on the top of the hill. It's the Monastery of the Order of Light. Its walls are over 15 feet tall and made of solid brick. The dirt road leads right up to the monastery's front gates. Even from this distance, you can see what appears to be guards standing by the gate. Rising high above the monastery's walls, you can see a massive church. At the front of the church are two immensely tall bell towers. The steady sounds of their ringing bells carries for miles, then fades away into the silence.
Am I coming from this direction or this direction?
This direction. This is the road.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe people in chat thinks that Maximilian might be slightly not on the up and up.
Aria was gonna, when he was talking, was gonna get a blow dart and get him with the blow dart, and then just steal all his potions, and then sell them off as my own business with Akela.
Wait, so if they were real potions, he would have died?
No, he wouldn't have died, but like I was just gonna do it so then I could take over the business myself, and me and Akela would be the traveling potion magician person. He's like, "Can I get any?" And then he just starts like, like, and then he was like, falls down. I just take an apple and then I just cart it away with Akela. Okay, I'm ready. My map's ready. Okay, I would like to. Sorry. Okay, I can head forward, right?
Yep, you can go anywhere you want on the outside of the wall of the map.
How high is this wall?
The character is right down here, 15 feet.
Can I climb that?
You could. You probably, the guards are going to be like right here, so you're probably not going to want to do that within eyesight of them.
Oh no, I've got an idea.
And the guards are dressed like monks. They're wearing like monk robes and stuff. And
I am going to put. I have a circlet emerald in the middle, so circlet's kind of around the head, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that on Akela, and then I'm going to. What else do I have? So can I make this work? Yes. So I'm going to get that, and then put a little circlet on Akela's head, so Akela has this little circlet. And then I'm going to get... I have a bowl.
So you put the circlet on Akela's head. When you put the circlet on Akela's head, she blinks her eyes and opens them up, and instead of, like pupuses, I don't know how eyes work with your pupuses and your bulbuses. That's how the irises and the pupil and all that. When she opens her eyes, they're completely like sea blue.
Is that it?
They're completely sea blue, and when she opens her mouth, you hear... and seawater starts to pour out of her mouth.
Oh, I should probably take that off then. That's why you take that off. Okay, I was just trying to decorate her a second. We have a lunar necklace.
Make a dexterity check to try and take it off. Because she's going to try and fight you if you do.
15.
Okay, that's quick enough. She tries to like pull out of the way. You pull it off, and then her eyes go back to normal, and like Akela's confused.
Pet. I have a lunar necklace, which is good though. The lunar necklace is fine.
Okay, that circlet, if you remember, you got way. For people who don't know, because nobody else is going to know, Aria got that very long time ago from an evil wizard that had found it on the seashore, and it had belonged to some evil magical elf.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
I know, but I like that. Long time ago, Aria just got this thing. I killed a wizard. I got some shit. Hey, let's just put it on the. Oh crap!
I will try the gold medallion necklace, lunar necklace, on her head then.
Okay.
I'll put it on. And
this is why Gandalf didn't let Tom Bombadil have the ring. Because Tom Bombadil was like, I want to put it on my bear. Check that out.
Listen, And then I'm going to tie some string around Akela. And then I'm going to put loads of cutlery on Akela as well. So there's like dangling spoons and forks and everything. The cutlery I
Spoon
stole from a
wolf.
previous adventure.
Okay.
Okay. I also have a bowl. I'm going to turn the bowl upside down. So it looks like a drum. And then we're going to walk forwards. And with a charisma check, I would like to say, we are the traveling musicians and wolf. We are here to perform the great song of the woven gods. And as I walk, and Akela like walks, so like all the cutlery is like clang, 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 clang. And then Akela's like, "Arr!" It's like ready to start singing, like, oh.
All right. So what did you say again?
We are the traveling band of the great wolf gods. This is the one of the ancestors, children of the wolf gods, and we are going to play the music of our people.
As you get closer and you say wolf gods, they reach in and pull swords out. And the lead monk takes a step forward. Be gone from here, heretic! We only honor the goddess Clara. None of your pagan animal gods are allowed here.
But this is not a human god.
Yes, I just said none of your animal pagan gods. That's what I just said. Just said.
We have music for you.
Yeah.
As an offering of peace. Please.
No, we don't hear. I told you, Glenn. I told you
over.
This new kind of music, it's from the devil. You were right. You were right.
And I stop. If you don't let us in, we will kill you.
They start to advance on you, and they don't. It doesn't look like they want to fight, but they're willing to. Because you came up talking about something that's antithetical to their beliefs, a different god. You need to leave her now. Get off of Clara's sacred ground.
Me and Akela look at each other. I pull out my sword. I don't have a sword. I'll use my bow. I'll use my bow then. I'll pull out my bow.
Well, I wasn't trying to encourage a fight. I mean, you can do what you want, though.
I'm ready. Pulling out my bow.
All right, it's all up to Aria to go first.
So she starts by grabbing the spoons and the forks off of Akela, and she starts flipping them at them. And she says, "Begone, heathens!"
This is their location. Okay, make a throw attack.
Okay, don't die. 18.
All right, that's a hit. Roll a 4-sided die and divide it by 2. They're not going to do a lot of damage, but...
That's a 6.
No, a 4-sided die.
Oh. It would do 4 sides.
You've been hanging out with Max too much. How you roll a 6 on a 4-sided die?
You don't do that.
It should look like a little pyramid.
That's a 3.
All right, so which one are you hitting?
Glenn.
All right, so Glenn is going to run up and attack Aria. What's her armor class now? 17?
Oh, yes. No, 16. That's not a hit, though, right?
Yep, so the first monk misses. Then the other guy, what was the other guy's name? So we have Glenn down here, and this can be Charles if I didn't use
Fabio.
No, we already did Fabio. Charles hits.
Oh,
and Charles. He does 5 points of damage to Aria.
I realize they're no longer messing around, and I decide to get my bow out instead.
All right, it's Akela's turn, though.
But it is Akela's turn. But on that turn, I kind of knock. I have, like, all the cutlery in the rest of my hands, and I kind of just, like, look and just, like, drop it. This is serious.
You did come up to the monastery that Max said, oh, they didn't like me because they think I'm a heretic. And then you came up and you're like, hey, check out these other gods.
They're animal gods the animals worship, not the humans. That's what I was saying.
But they're still pagan gods for them.
The animal itself is Akela's religion, not my religion.
Well, so far I don't think it's gone. I don't think they exactly picked up on the separation of your wolf's religion, and that's
what I was telling them. That's why I dressed Akela up like Akela's wolf god.
They probably still are not going to be like, oh, that bird worships a pagan god for us. That's all right.
They're just dumb then. If they're not educated, these monks. I clearly need to read a book.
All right,
Right.
it's Akila's turn and then
Akela.
Aria's turn.
That's an 11.
Akela misses.
And then Aria is like, hey, gets the bow out and goes for Child's head, Chuck's heads. It was a 5.
Maybe it's because of how close you are. The arrow zips right by him. He's like, "Oh, Clara, protect me!" And then they're both gonna go. They're both gonna go after Aria. We'll do these in succession. Oh, that's a crit.
Oh, shit.
That's a miss. So we'll do our double damage. So she takes 6 damage points from well, I forgot their names. Charles and someone else.
Glenn.
Glenn from Glenn. Glenn's chopping up the heretic. To hell with thee!
These monks are really violent.
You started it with them.
They're so violent.
You started throwing shit at them.
They could have joined in our
They're throwing stuff at
song.
themselves.
These dice aren't doing me wonders today, are they? That's a 12.
That is just a hit. It's probably because she's been playing in Valhalla and been like, oh, I'm going to go kill the monks in England. It's been a bad influence.
It is actually a challenge to do that. I've not done it yet. I've literally just touched the monasteries. All right, let's do this. That was an 8 plus 1. That is a 9. Damage to Glenif. I'm going to call him Glenif the Tool.
All right, you shoot Glenn and the arrow sticks into his shoulder. It's like, oh, my goddess, save me now.
And then, like, blood starts, like like a bloodstream, like, spraying out.
He's not dead yet, though, so they're both going to go after Aria again.
What are these rolls, bro?
They both hit. Oh, wait. The roll I had earlier wasn't actually a natural 20, so I'm only going to do damage once, because that means I did damage too many times before. So 4.
Sinner.
We're caught up now. So 4 more points of damage as the monk stabs Aria in the leg with his sword. Heathen, be gone!
And then I'm going to roll for, yes, Akela. Let's go, Akela. That's a 19.
That's a hit.
That's a 3 plus 1 equals a 4.
All right, who did you do damage to? And you should say who you're going to attack ahead of time in the future.
Sorry, Glenif the Tool again. I'm aiming for Glenif the Tool.
Okay, so Akela bites him and like tears 2 of his fingers off, and he screams, "Oh!" And it's all Aria.
Aria got a 15.
That's a hit.
That is a 2 plus a 1, I believe, for damage.
All right, she grazes him with another arrow and takes a chunk of his ear off, and he's getting angry. God, just help me smite these bastards.
Can she quickly take the ear off the floor and just be like, I can't hear you, what did you say?
She could say that.
Yeah, she does that. She's witty in combat. You got a hit on me.
Glenith misses, but Charles hits. Stabs her in the shoulder for 5 points of damage.
He needs to calm down. She gets quite really like irritated by this, and now she's starting to get really angry actually, and actually focus on the game, the war. That's a 12.
For Akela?
Yes. That is 4 damage. So Akela's gonna go for Glenn again, straightforwards, and gonna go for the shoulder pad. Sorry, not the shoulder pad, the muscle here. I've just
Akela bites a big chunk out of Glenn's shoulder. He's bleeding pretty badly now. Charles is furious that you're hitting his friend Glenn. And he misses. And Glenn misses, which probably isn't a surprise because he's swaying back and forth a bit due to blood loss.
18.
That's a hit.
6, 7.
Akela jumps out and rips Glenith's throat out. And he falls down bleeding everywhere. And Chuck is furious. It's Aria's turn.
Oh, is he dead? Is Glenif dead?
Yeah.
Bye, Glenif. Glenif the Tool has been murdered.
All right, Charles is going to go after Aria. And he misses. Maybe it's his fury. He swings and totally bypasses her.
Can I have a new name for Charles now?
Well,
Charles is Charles the cheese connoisseur.
You can call him whatever you want.
I think they need to have a backstory. They are not just monks.
Well, I think
Bitch.
their front and back story is coming to an end story at this rate. If it's anything like what happened to Glenn,
And they both missed. They got too hungry for the war.
Charles brings his sword down and like cuts a deep cut into Aria's arm for 6 points of damage. Aria's got to be getting pretty beat up.
Yeah, she is.
How many points does she got left?
6, so she's going to probably need a potion momentarily. It is Akela's turn. 15.
That's a hit.
5. Charles the cheese connoisseur has been attacked in the right leg.
Akela gets a nice big firm bite into the leg, and as he yelps out, "Get off me, heathen creature!"
And then for this move, I just want to use my potion, please, if possible. I'd like to use my moderate wounds potion instead of my light wounds.
Okay.
2 of these. 1. 1. And then would you add on, please?
Oh, your level. I think it's level 5. So you got 7 points?
Yeah. That was great.
Should have bought some potions from Max. You quaff down a potion. And then Glenn lunges forward at Aria and hits for 1 point of damage. It would have been funny if it had been 7.
Well, that would not have been funny, because then that would have been me dead.
Well, no, you said you got 7.
Almost.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, almost dead, though. Like, that puts me back where I was.
She better not have been a 0. You better not have dead people drinking potions. I'm dead, but maybe a little potion. Alright, it's Akela's
We don't
turn.
have Phoenix Downs in this game? Is that not what we have? Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Cool.
I mean, I guess we could, like, have a wizard maybe could give you a mission to find some or something.
Okay. Well, Akela's turn. Akela gets an 18.
That's a hit.
Akela then attacks with a 5 straight to his neck.
Bites him and he tears into his neck, but Charles is still alive, though he is bleeding all over his robe.
No, I washed these last week. Akela's turn. Nope, Akela missed. Sorry, Aria missed, not Akela.
Glenn stabs her one more time. He shoves the sword into Aria for 4 more points of damage.
I'm trying to get some good rolls in right here, because it's not looking good, to be honest. 17, though, for Akela.
That's a hit.
That's a 6 for full damage.
Man, Aria just beating the crap out of Charles. Charles is still alive, but he is bleeding heavily out of multiple holes.
Missed again.
All right. How many hit points does Aria have left?
6.
Oh, dear. Charles hits Aria with the sword. It's a D8 for damage. That's 6. She's knocked unconscious. She's not dead yet, but she's knocked unconscious, and there's no one to help her. So, all right, it's Akela's turn.
Okay, Akela is extremely angry. Goes to attack for the neck again. That's a natural 20.
All right, you do double damage.
11.
Akela feels the rage of revenge and jumps up and tears his throat out. And what's his name? Charles
Charles the cheese connoisseur
ends up the same as Glenn. But at the same time, Aria's on the ground bleeding out too. Just unconscious. This is, I guess, the one real disadvantage of not having another humanoid with you is now we have to go to death saves.
Okay.
Unless you have some way where Akela can put on a little nurse outfit and nurse you. But I don't think that's in Akela's skill set.
Little did you know Akela was a human all along that was actually a wolf in transition from the wolf god, Shia.
I like how Akela is really the real hero of the adventures, it seems. It should be Akela and Aria. written from the wolf's perspective. All right, so roll a 20-sided die. You have to get 3
Three.
successes. What'd you roll?
I got a 3.
All right, if you get 3 death fails, Aria is dead. If you get 3 successes, then Aria comes back at like 1, but is super beat up.
Am I allowed to know the success number?
Yes, that's a failure right there. So you have 1 failure. Does Akela want to do anything before you have tried another death save?
What can Akela do? Nothing. Oh yeah,
Maybe Akela could go up and whine at the door and try and get monks to help, but they might not want to help when they find the dead monks out there. That might make it worse. They might just like finish her off.
Can Akela put Aria on her back and take her back to Max?
You could try, but you'd have to do all the death saves before that. It would take too long to do that.
Right. Next throw, yeah. 12.
That's a success. So you have 1 success and 1 failure.
3.
That's another failure.
So what happens? What do I do now?
You have to roll 1 more time unless you had something you want Akela to do.
I don't know. I got a 7.
That's 3 death failures. The problem is the wolf can't bandage anybody.
That's it, isn't it?
What's Akela gonna do now?
Akela's just gonna try to drag her body back to Max. Can Akela nudge the nudge the headband on Aria? She can be an undead.
Are you sure you want to try that?
No, I don't want to try that.
You can try that if you want to. Akela can try anything that would be reasonable for a wolf to try.
She tries to like nudge the thing, the head thing onto Aria.
Okay, make make a dexterity check.
19.
Akela managed to put her, nose into the pack and pull out the little circlet and put it on Aria's head. And just kind of like whimpers and lays down next to Aria. For Aria, the world is black. And then suddenly she gasps and she's in this kind of sea green void. And opposite her is an elven lady who's got eyes, but her eyes are like sea blue. There's like no pupils, there's no white. And her hair is like long and sea green and it blows. And her skin is kind of wrinkled and white, almost like somebody who's been dead under the sea for a long time. And her eyes glow ever so slightly, and she looks at Aria and she says, "Elf, you have what is mine." Aquaman.
Can I speak?
It's not Aquaman. Sorry, Steve said Aquaman. It was Aquaman. I talked to fish. Hey, I just wanted a friend. Fuck Aquaman. Yes, you can speak. Your character can't move though. She's just like floating in the void, and the person opposite her is floating too. You don't see any ground. You don't see any sky. It's just everything is this kind of sea green, bluish void.
I would like to give it back to her.
You don't actually where you are. You don't actually see it on your head.
And so I don't have it. I'm dead.
She looks at you. It's odd that Aria can know she's looking because she doesn't have pupils, but she can feel her look through her. She's like, "You have it in the world of the corporeal."
I can't do anything about that. I'm dead.
I can bring you back, but it will cost you.
What's the price?
Your soul.
Now I'm out.
And then she starts to fade away. And then Aria starts to fade away.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
It's up to you. She's fading. She's about to be gone. It's like going.
She takes it. Take my soul.
She smiles. And then you wake up on the ground. You have 1 hit point. Lose a point of constitution. permanently. And as long as you still have the circlet on your head, while the circlet is on your head, you can hear her horrible voice in Aria's ears.
Can I take it off?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna take it off straight away.
You do. Aria feels horrible. Aria feels lighter, not just because she's beat up, but she feels like a piece of her is missing now.
I'm gonna take the potion if I can.
Yeah, you can take potions if you want, if you have them.
Yeah, potions. Moderate wounds.
I would love to. It's not going to happen. Well, if you stay there long enough, it will. But it would have been funny if one of the other monks came out there and was just like, "What the hell happened here? Why is everyone dead except for this wolf?" If you do have enough potions, though, you can take some potions if you want and heal your character up.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna heal my character up. Yeah. I'm just processing it.
No, that's okay.
Didn't expect to die, you know.
I don't know. She wanted to kill people. She murdered the monks, and she
Yeah,
was.
but they were gonna kill me anyway. They were gonna kill her anyway. They were just like burn all the heretics.
Well, they asked you to leave. Actually,
I was just doing a nice little song for them.
they
Nice
asked you
little
to
song
leave.
for my traveling band musicians.
I think they asked you to leave. Actually,
No, that's not very nice though. We are gonna have to get in there either way, so we would have had to get in there and come across some people like them.
all right. So, Aria just lost her soul. How's she feel?
She wants to check her body. She wants to check if there's anything on her body or anything different physically, because emotionally and mentally she feels different.
Do you think it would be cool to have some sort of mark? And what kind of mark would it be?
A dark phoenix feather that constantly dims with a red glow.
All right. So, what is Aria and Akela gonna do?
We're gonna see if there's any loot on the bodies of the monks we just killed.
They're wearing robes. They're both carrying swords. Neither of them have any money on them.
Okay, I'm gonna move those bodies into some bushes. So I just leave them like on top of each other on that bush over there.
Okay.
Okay, and then I would like to go through the door.
All right, you can open the big wide gate.
Oh, sorry, no. I'd like to, take the robes from the monks.
Okay.
And me and Akela will wear the robes.
You can put one on. The robe would be too big for Akela unless you alter it.
Can I make holes? I want to make holes in it for the legs and tail.
You have some sort of crafting ability or something, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, if you want to try and do a crafting skill, you could see if you could make a robe that works for the, or modify the robe to work for the wolf.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. 18. Do I add the 7?
Yeah, you're fine. You.
Oh.
Aria might be short a soul, but she's not short at crafting the skills. It doesn't take long before she's like cut it up so it looks like the robe was originally made for the wolf. So it's a little...
I want it to look proper though. I want it to look not stupid.
It looks really good. It looks like it was custom tailored for the wolf. So both Aria and Akela are now wearing monk robes.
Excellent. And then we're going to walk into the place.
You step into the monastery's courtyard. Immediately your eyes are drawn to the massive church. Flying buttresses made of stone blocks emerge from the sides of the church's walls, holding up the immense structure. A flight of stone stairs leads up to the massive wooden double door in the front of the church. The wooden doors are flanked on each side by large twin bell towers that must be hundreds of feet tall. Stained glass windows decorate the front and sides of the church. Saintly images are depicted in the colored glass. You look past the church into the southwest corner of the courtyard. There you see over a dozen large beer barrels stacked upon each other. You turn and look towards the southeast corner of the courtyard and see a lone, single-story building. Next to the building is a pile of firewood. A monk with a chef's hat on steps out of there, grabs some of the wood, and then disappears back into the building. He doesn't seem to have noticed you. Then your eyes drift northward. There you see a large, long, 2-story wood building. You see several stacked crates kind of peeking around the corner.
I want to go see the other monk.
Okay, the other monk went into this building here.
So actually, there's a building here. I want to go to the building with Akela as well.
You see before you a long one-story building. Its sides are made of modest unpainted wood with simple windows. You step into the building. The interior of the building is one large, long room. Its floor is made of weathered wood. Support beams run the length of the room, supporting its shallow roof. The room is a dormitory. Rows of rustic beds rest next to the small dressers and run along the room's walls. This large room is almost empty of people, though. Despite all the beds and all the dressers, only 3 monks are currently here in the dormitory. About 20 feet away, you see a monk laying in bed. He seems to be looking up at the ceiling as he holds his stomach. Much closer, opposite you, you see a frustrated monk sitting on one side of the bed, holding a sock in his hand. And in the far end of the room, you can see a third monk staring into the corner of the room.
Is there anything that stands out in the room except the monks? Can I do a check for that?
You can make a perception check, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what else is in the room except the monks. That is a 4.
It just looks like a pretty standard, I guess, like dorm area.
I'm just going to leave the monks to it then. I'm not going to go in there or engage and stuff.
Fair enough.
Although I do want to... I've got my monk cloaks on. We are technically monks, actually. I do want to engage with them. I want to go say hello.
Which one are you going to go say hi to?
The one that's sitting with a sock in his hand.
As you get nearer, you can hear him, "Darn, darn, darn, I can't darn these darn socks!" The monk throws the socks to the ground in frustration. He is instantly embarrassed when he sees them land on your feet. "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble darning my darn socks. My fingers are too stubby." And he holds up his hand and wiggles his little sausage-like fingers.
Do you need help?
He looks at him, "Please?"
Pick the socks up.
All right, he gives you the needle and thread. Make a crafting check. You just wanted to make an excellent outfit for the wolf.
That is a 14 altogether.
Deftly, Aria takes it from him and like it's nothing, like it's a Disney movie type, sewing thing. It just very quickly, does a perfect stitch and then hands it back. "Oh my word! Thank you so much, so much." He holds out his stubby little hands to shake yours. "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And then he reaches into his pocket and he's like, "It's not much." And he holds out 5 silvers. "Thank you. Oh, thank you so much."
Decline the silvers.
"Oh, you are truly a princess among women." I don't know how the phrase works like that, but thank you so much. And then he puts on his socks and heads out the door. Well, he puts some shoes on after that. He's not going to ruin his socks right away.
I just made those socks. Okay, so I'm going to now go over to the other monks.
The one in the corner or the one who's laying down?
The one in the corner.
As you approach the monk in the corner of the room, you can see that he holds a shoe in his right hand. He raises the shoe above his head, and then you hear him whisper, "I'm going to kill you." He stares at the corner. All you can see there is a small hole.
I'm going to walk over a bit slower and then just say hello.
He's startled when he says, "Hello."
Do you need any help?
"Oh, this mouse. He gets up at all hours of the night and runs under my bed. It's driving me mad. I haven't slept good in weeks."
Whereabouts is the mouse?
It's in the hole right there in the corner. Last night he pooed in my mouth. I woke up, it was gross.
So I walk over to the... Oh, I've got a question, actually.
All right.
Since losing my soul, what does that do to me morale-wise and stuff?
We'll find out as it happens.
Okay. Interesting. Right.
It's a new experience for her.
I'm going to head over. I'm going to go over to the corner where the mouse has supposedly been. I'm going to crouch down, quite small. I'm going to take a biscuit out of my pocket, crumble it up in my hand, and put my hand out near the hole.
You should have, like, animal handling as a skill, something like that, or survival.
20. Not natural.
All right, the mouse comes to the edge of the hole and kind of looks, and steps a little bit out, and a little bit out, and then jumps in the hand and starts greedily enjoying the little bits of biscuit.
So as it does, I put my hand over the area, not to squash it or anything, just like cover it, and then because I want to move it.
All right, so you can take it out of the room?
No, no, no. I'm gonna set it down on near the guy, and then I'd like to use my crafting skill, please.
To do what?
Oh, I'd like to use it.
You got to see what you're going to do, though.
I'm going to make some clothes for the mouse, a little hat.
Once you put the mouse down, the monk's like, yes, get rid of it. Take it outside.
I say, as it is your home, it is his home too. And then I give it some sort of name, and I say,
No,
now.
it belongs in nature. Not keeping me up all night running under my bed.
Can I convince him at all?
You
I
can
do
try.
a roll for convince him? I'd like to convince him.
What are you going to say to him specifically?
Every being on this earth, I've heard from some monks that were at the front of the building, and across the monk travels, that everything deserves a home. And this little mouse was here before you, and it would be irresponsible to leave the mouse without a home. For you are a monk of a great god, and Clara will not like any mouse to be without a home.
All right, go ahead and try.
What's that? 16.
He pauses. I'm not familiar with that scripture, but if that's what the other monks have said, maybe we can. Maybe I can switch beds with someone else.
Well, I say, let me help you more. So I want to make the little hat for the mouse first to make him look more inviting.
I want
to make it.
The monk looks really confused when you're talking about making clothes for the mouse. But go ahead.
I'm gonna make a little monk outfit for the mouse.
Is this Redwall now?
Yes.
All right, make a crafting check. This is gonna be more difficult than the others.
It's a natural 20, mate.
All right.
That's without the crafting, so it would actually be a 27.
Well, the natural 20 is all you need, but that works either way.
Yeah, about 27. Yeah.
It's like Barbie type outfit, like levels of good, but way back when. It looks like it's expertly tailored by a tiny creature for the mouse.
And the mouse just looks at himself gloriously and puts his little hood up with his little paws.
And the monk who was like frustrated is like, all right.
And now to help you. I have a bit of fabric left. Actually, no, I rip a bit of fabric off part of my clothes, the cloth that I've made. And I would like to craft it into a mouth shitter preventer. Like, when people...
Do you say that first, or you just do it?
I just do it.
All right, make a roll. That should be easy to do.
It's 15.
Yeah, you make. I assume it's just a mask. There, you've made a mask.
And there you go. And this will help you with your problem. So you won't have to move beds. And I'll have a word with the mouse. Because I think I can speak to mice as well. I can speak to animals. I swear I can, or something.
Well, you could do an animal handling check to try and convince the mouse, I guess, not to keep him up at night.
Yeah. I want to do that.
Okay.
This is for you. Give me just a moment, and I turn round.
Your character is very much a ranger, though. Some people come at the beginning and is like, please leave. How dare you? I'm going to murder you. This guy's like, I hate this mouse. Let's get along, and let's have the mouse be a part of our society. So it very much fits like your character class.
Yes.
All right, do your animal handling to try and convince the mouse not to keep the monk up at night.
We've got the mask in case it fails. It's 11. It's 11, but I'm gonna add my handling, which is 5, so it's 16.
The mouse monk seems to chirp, squeak in the affirmative, and for the monk it was all right, brother mouse, and thank you, sister. And he doesn't know your name, but thank you.
I pick the mouse up again, and I put the little monk mouse in his hand. There you go.
He just kind of grins like, okay, and he accepts it.
And then I go to the third monk. I walk over to the third monk.
You begin to walk over to the monk who lays in the modest straw bed. He holds his stomach and moans weakly. As you approach his bed, you smell a touch of sulfur on the air. Oh, I wish I'd die. This is the worst gas pain ever. The poor monk grasps his stomach as he slowly rocks from side to side.
I'd like to give him one of the potions. Yeah, I'll give him one of those. Light wounds, 1d8. Do you want me to roll it for him? Or just give him a potion?
Okay, so Aria nurses him, gives him some of the potion, and he drinks it, and then he lets out a huge fart that goes on for like a minute, and then after he's like, "Oh, I feel so much better. Thank you, thank you so much."
As he does that, like the little monk mouse and the other guy in the corner hold on to his little face mask, and they both cover their mouths.
I like that. That's canon now. That happened. You can hear the monk in the corner be like, "The mask does work."
And the mouse does a little squeak in accept it, yes. And then I see if there's anything else in the room I could take. There isn't though. I think we've done perception already.
There's just monk clothes because this is like their dormitory room, and probably wouldn't want to. It's up to you, but you probably don't want to steal in front of the two people you just helped. But.
Yeah. I'm gonna now leave. Bid you good day, brothers. I'm off to venture and find more things for Clara.
Clara, go with you, they both say, and happily smile and wave.
And the mouse puts his little paw up to wave.
Fair enough, true.
Yeah, and then we leave.
All right, where to now?
We're going to head down to here.
That's where you saw the chef come out.
And we're going to go in there.
As you open the door and the door creaks open, your nose is greeted by the delicious wafting smell of stew. You step into the building. The interior of the building is just one giant room, half kitchen and half mess hall. The south half of the room is full of tables and benches. Most of the tables are currently empty. A few monks are seated, bread in hand, eating bowls of stew. A couple of other monks are busy cleaning tables. The north half of the room is full of kitchen tables and many fireplaces. The tables are full of cooking utensils and chopped vegetables. Only one of the fireplaces is currently lit, though. Upon the roaring fire is a massive cauldron. A round monk wearing his chef's hat is busy stirring a pot as he sings to himself.
I want to go over to the singing monk. And I want to see if I recognize the tune that he's singing.
Country roads, take me home.
No, I don't. No, I just want to see if I have the knowledge to then join in singing with him.
Yeah, you can sing with him.
Okay, so I'd like to sing with him and cue in on his singing bit.
So, as the monk sings, Aria joins in, and when he notices someone else is singing, he looks over and smiles. And when he gets done kind of stirring, and you get finished singing, he comes over and says, "Hello, I'm Arnold. I don't think I've seen you here before," says the jovial monk.
I'm very new to the brotherhood.
Sisterhood, apparently. And he smiles. He holds his hand out to shake.
I go to shake his hand, but then feel a cold sensation.
I don't think you do. He would.
Something feels off.
Yeah, but on your side? Okay,
yeah,
I got you.
On my side, I feel weird for a second.
So, what are you, if you're new here, what are you doing here so far?
I have come to work under the practice of the greatest monks in all of the land, I hear.
Oh, he laughs. Oh, it's all right. We're informal here. I mean, in the abbot's office of the priors, they're more formal. But here in the kitchen, we're informal. Does that mean they've got you looking for work? Because I could use a hand if you want.
Sure, let's help you.
I don't know. Are you good at finding mushrooms? I've got this recipe. The stew's almost there, but I need a bag of mushrooms. like wild ones. They grow kind of a little bit to the east side of the wall.
I can look for them.
Oh, that would be excellent! That would be excellent! He claps his hands, and then he heads back to the stew. As soon as you could get them, that would be great! And he goes back to stirring the stew he's working on.
Is it okay with the fact there's a wolf in the building beside me?
He didn't even notice it at first.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
I mean, I guess if they're accepting a mouse monk, wolf monk hasn't been that big of a deal so far, so...
I mean, who wouldn't accept a mouse monk, you know? So I'm going to head out with Akela and look for these mushrooms.
All right, make a survival check.
21.
That wouldn't have been as funny as if you failed, but that's good. After about 10 minutes, very quickly, Aria finds a bunch of mushrooms, and they're safe. Aria obviously knows a bunch about them, and they're like really, like something like morale, something really hard to find and really coveted, like really good mushrooms.
I'm going to pick them up and put them in my bag. I'm going to probably pick up about 20 of them. And then I'm going to go back to the monk.
You step into the kitchen. Once again, you can smell the aroma of the wonderful stew. And he sees you there eagerly. Aria walks over and like dumps the mushrooms out on the, like the cooking table. And he's overjoyed. Well done, well done. Oh my word, I haven't had these in I don't know, a wolf's age. This is the wolves in the monkshood. I guess we're growing our ranks more all the time. I learn something new every day. And he starts chopping them, and then he stops absent-mindedly. He's like, oh, wait. You deserve a reward for this. And he opens a cupboard, and he pulls out a little bag, and he counts out some gold coins, and he comes over, and he puts like 15 gold coins.
I try to say no to these monks giving my money.
Are you sure? It's
yeah,
all right.
I'm sure.
Clara, bless you. You're going to do very well here. Thank you so much. Stew will be ready probably in an hour or so. I'll make sure I save some bowls for the two of you. In fact, when Aria's not looking, he kind of looks around and he pulls a bone out of a little pile he's got on his table, and then he kind of like sneaks it to Akela.
And Akela already likes him anyway because of his presence. So Akela like goes straight forwards and then like laps up on the bone and then kind of like starts like what dogs when they grab stuff and they like shake it and stuff with their head and the little ears flop around. So like that happens. These monks seem pretty nice compared to the other two.
The other two said leave, and you said wolf god coming in either way, and they said no, that's not our belief system, it's heathen, go away. And you're like, how dare you, and then you murdered them.
Very fine. So I'm gonna leave this room then.
Do you want to know something meta?
Yeah.
If you had listened to the monks at the door, they wouldn't have tried to murder you.
Oh, wow. We're actually nice people.
I don't know if they're nice, but they have their own belief system, so...
I could have not lost my soul. That would have been fun.
Maybe that's karma? Because she didn't find out first what they were like before she started...
Yeah. She is going to leave that room, and then she's going to go towards the main building. And we go in.
You grasp the large brass handle of the church's door and turn it. Turns with ease, and you push open the massive door. Then you step into the church's large foyer. It is at least 30 to 40 feet wide and 15 feet across. Its floor is made of stone tiles. Two large double doors stand opposite you across the foyer. As you look around the foyer, you can see that its walls are covered in elegant paintings of saints and holy symbols. Aria's neck arches back as she looks up at the room's 50-foot-high ceiling. Expertly engraved images of saints and gargoyles look down upon her. They encircle the wall where it meets the ceiling. As her eyes drift down from the ceiling, she looks to her left. There she can see a young monk standing near the door by the west wall, that one. Then you look over to your right and see a bearded monk standing next to a door on the east side, along the east wall. The bearded monk looks towards you and gestures you to come your way. He's encouraging you to come over.
Oh, 1 second. Can I go back and go get some stew for these guys?
Sure.
Yeah. Um,
Okay, we're not going to switch maps. We'll just say you go back to the
I go
kitchen.
back, get some bowls, and I come in like right holding them. I'm pretty good with agility, I believe my character is. So that should be fine.
Yeah, I don't
And I
think we
come
need to
in,
make you roll for carry. If you had more than 2 bowls, we would. But...
just two bowls, so I'm holding them and I bring them in to the said monks. I give one to the young one first and then one to the old one.
All right, when you
And then I
give
stick by the old one.
when you give one to the young one, he says thanks. When you give one to the bearded monk, looks around for him, a little confused, then thanks you as he grabs the bowl. Oh, he takes a few bites and then because he's surprised like I am, and he says, "Hey, friend, I've never seen you here before. Are you new here?"
Oh, very new. I joined the Sisterhood Brotherhood about 2 moons ago.
He nods and he looks around the room and then towards you. He pulls a small cloth bag out of his robe. He opens it and holds it out for you to see. There's several bleached finger bones laying inside the bag. These relics are the finger bones of none other than Saint Hamel. It's said that his bones will protect one from evil spirits. They can be yours for the discounted price of 20 gold pieces.
Why is he trying to sell me them?
You could ask him that.
Why are you trying to sell me these bones?
Well, we all need money. And we all need protection. You can give
How much are they?
20 gold pieces.
Okay, yeah, I'll take them. Now the proud owner of bleached bones. Thank you for your kind offer.
He's
I'll
like,
use this.
if you like that, I've got something else.
And what might that be?
He holds out an old-looking copper ring. Check out this holy copper ring. It is the mark of Saint Fiacre on its face. It was owned by the one and only. Legend says that Saint Fiacre received this very ring from the great high priestess Leoterra in recognition of his wisdom. Some even say that this ring was the key to his wisdom. It could be yours for the low price of 10 gold pieces.
Sure, I'll take that one as well.
Mark off 10 gold pieces and you have a copper ring now.
I have a copper ring now.
Having sold 2 things to you, he reaches into his robe now and pulls out a glass orb. Clear water swishes around inside the orb, and it's held in by a cork stopper. Maybe this will tickle your fancy too. It's holy water, blessed by the abbot himself. I was witness to it. I'll sell it to you for 15. No, 12 gold pieces, because you've been such a great customer.
I decline.
All right, I understand. And he puts it back in one of his mini pockets inside of his robe.
Yeah. And then I walk back over to the young monk.
As you do, the old monk, the bearded monk, is like, "Thank you, pleasure doing business.
Blessed be, I suppose.
Blessed, Clara bless you." You place one foot. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, carry on.
You place one foot in front of the other as you begin to walk towards the young monk. He looks as though he is in his early 20s. His face is clean shaven and his hair is shaved in a sort of royal bowl cut. Around his neck is a large gold chain. He smiles kindly as you near him and greets you. Hello.
Hello, I have been doing many a study over the years before I joined the Sister Brotherhood, and I have some questions for a monk so knowledgeable as yourself.
He scoffs. Ugh, I'm not the one to ask. I hate this shithole. I want to get out.
For 10 gold pieces, would you maybe have some information on something for me?
I don't even want to be here. I'd learn as little as possible. I was forced to come here.
Do you know anyone who would know stuff about this place?
Everyone else seems to love this crap hole.
Why are you still here then?
My older brother made me take the vows. He was afraid I'd try and take the throne from him someday.
Oh.
Yes, that's what I said. I didn't want the throne. I just want to be free.
Blessed Clara be with you, and then I kind of like ease myself away from the conversation, like I'm disinterested in the conversation.
All right.
And then I go for the I start going towards this direction and into this room.
You open the door, revealing the scriptorium. Row after row of bookshelves cover the walls. Books of all sizes, shapes, and colors fill the shelves. A large wooden writing table stands in the center of the room. It is flanked on each side by rows of tall stools. The table is littered with papers, books, ink bottles, and quills. It is here that the monks of the monastery painstakingly handcraft copies of their most sacred works. Two monks sit on the far side of the writing table. Above the table, they appear to be studiously working on their own projects, but under the table, they're busy trying to kick each other. That's these two guys. They're supposed to be sitting at these stools. So we'll put
I
you in.
I to myself.
You look over to your right, and you see a third monk. This guy here. He's looking directly at you. Greetings, I am Brother Gerald, the head scribe here. I don't believe I've seen you here before.
I'm very new. I become a monk 2 moons ago.
Why are you in my scriptorium?
I want to learn about the craft more. I want to get closer to Clara.
Well, there's no better way than to serve Claire than to copy our most sacred texts. If you're here to copy, then please take a seat.
And I proceed to take a seat, and then Akela comes in and takes a seat too.
All right, so he gives you some paper, and there's some quills by you, and then he sets up a book next to you for you to copy, and then he goes back to working on the shelves. While that goes on, the two brothers next to you are busy shoving each other as soon as Gerald turns away. And they start fighting for the ink on their side. One's like, give it to me! No, I gave it to your mom last night. Oh, that thing's appropriate. I'm going to kick the crap out of you. But they're doing it kind of low because they don't want the third monk to hear.
Yeah. I pass my ink over to stop them from fighting over the ink.
Once you do, they're both like, no, I'm okay, thank you. They seem more interested in fighting with each other because they don't like each other.
Okay. Can I look through the scripture and see if there is anything about the golden hand?
The book you have in front of you is Clara's Book of Cleanliness, and as you flip through the pages, it seems to be mostly about the best and worst ways to wash your hands.
Okay. Is there anything in the room that can I look around the room and see if there's anything?
Yeah, make a perception check. I like how you put Akela in like the stool next. I assume Akila's just sitting in the stool, just kind of like.
Yeah. Akela is with the hood up on the monk, and only the tail is like in the background, just like kind of like going like moving around. Perception. That is a 24.
Aria is a bit overwhelmed at first as she examines the wooden bookshelves along the room's west wall.
Sorry.
That's all right. The shelves on the west wall are absolutely crammed full of books like the rest of them. Some are large, others small. Some have ancient worn bindings, while others look as though they are brand new. It doesn't take Aria long, though, with her keen elven vision, before she spots a small leather book on the bottom shelf of the west wall, or the west shelf. It looks about the right size to be the diary that Max told her about.
Ooh. I certainly get out of my seat and go over to that book.
All right, I assume you're going to try and pick it up?
Yes.
Make a dexterity check to see if you can do it without getting noticed. Like, without being very obvious about it.
That is a 11 altogether with the modifiers.
You get over to the bookshelf, and you reach down and you get it in your hand, and then Gerald turns around. Hey, what are you doing? Shouldn't you be copying scriptures?
I am so keen to learn more about Clara that I feel like I should learn this too.
The shelves are forbidden unless you're the head scribe. I must ask you to get away from there.
I put it down.
Well, he hasn't seen it yet. Do you want to try and pocket it now, or do you want to try and
pocket it? Yeah, I kind of pocket it.
Okay, make a dexterity check to see if you can, like, stealthily pocket it.
I got a natural 1. So it kind of like slips and makes a big crack on the floor.
You drop it, and it falls on the ground. Gerald comes over and picks it up and is like, I've never seen this one before.
Oh, maybe we should read it together.
No, go take a seat. And he opens it and he starts looking at it. And then he's like, oh my, no! And he throws it into the fireplace.
Oh no!
There's not a fire going yet.
Oh, okay.
And he reaches on the top for the flint. Where's that damn flint and steel? And then he walks out of the room.
I'm gonna go grab the book really quickly.
Okay, you're going to do it obviously where the other two monks can see you, or you...
I'm gonna do it obviously.
Okay.
I'm gonna go whoop, whoop, whoop. I got it.
So this guy's like, he's not going to like that. And this was, I'm going to tell him that you took that. And he's like, you tell me you took it, I'm going to kick the crap out of you. He's like,
Do you guys want?
Go ahead.
Do you guys want some gold?
No! And they start shoving each other again.
Okay, I carry on.
You start to hear some footsteps coming back. Aria does think that there's a strong chance if there's not like some book in the fireplace that Gerald will notice.
He won't notice, or will?
He probably will notice because if he's probably gone to get like some.
I throw another book in there. I grab just a random book and throw it in there.
Okay.
In exchange for that book.
Make a perception check. Will you find one that looks close enough? You'll be like, I died again.
No, I got 17, and you plus perception is 9, so that's 26.
Okay, so you find one that looks roughly kind of similar, and you grab it and you throw it into the fireplace as you hear the doorknob start to open. What are you going to do now?
Throw it, put the other one behind me, and say, let me go help you find some firewood to really spark this up.
He's like, oh, no. There's plenty in there. There's plenty in there. And he comes over here. And, excuse me, please.
And then I move straight out of the way. I'm so sorry. There you go.
And he starts the book on fire, and he starts a fire in the fireplace.
And then I walk over here, and then I'm like, hey, I need to wash my hands because the scripture says I should properly wash my hands. I need to use the little lady's bathroom.
Gerald clears his throat real loud and is like, I cannot believe this. And the two brothers here get quiet. You two should be ashamed, he points to them. Look, our new acolyte, already. He just spent a few minutes copying the scriptures and already has a better understanding than you two morons have had in years. You two flagellate yourself. Does that mean fart on myself? That does not mean fart on yourself, God. You idiot. And he turns to you, he's like, yes, take all the time you need. Maybe you could beat some sense into these fools later.
Then I'm like, yes, once I use the little ladies' room because I'm bursting to go.
I don't need to know that, but God, Clara bless.
Clara bless, come on, Akela. I did a little whisper. A little whistle. And then we both scoot out. And I'm still kind of holding myself like, oh, I need to really go. And then we leave the room.
All right, what are you going to do next then?
We're going to go back to Max. We're going to leave.
Do you remember what Max told you?
No, I don't.
He said that you need the book because that will probably help you find the entrance. And he said the entrance is probably below the church and the catacombs.
But I did die in that process, so my memory is not very good.
That's fair enough. What you can do now, though...
Yeah.
You should have an envelope.
Oh! Yes, I do.
If you open that, those will be the diary pages that you find.
Oh, cool. Oh, these are so cool. Oh, I don't understand a thing they say. Wonderful. Oh, these are really cool. They're like so many like pages and stuff. Oh, you did them really cool. How did you do them like that?
I drew them by hand. If you want to share them in the Discord when we're done streaming or something, the Super Poll one you can. Or if you want to show them on stream now, to even if it's not in detail, just to kind of give I don't know how well those would come out.
So like different pages. I don't know how well this is going to come out on the camera, but like different pages. And then, ooh, more pages here. And then this is the last page, which has a lot of language and some English on it. So we're probably going to be using that. Okay.
All right, so Aria, opens up the diary and looks at it a little bit and sees those pages.
And then I'm trying to look through them and work them out. Kreltor. A sword. So I'm trying to a temple, 500 feet, a Stargate kind of. Oh wait, I don't know what Stargate is. I'm Aria. A opening. I'm going to look up and see if there's anything around me in that church, which may have. Can I go back in the church?
Yeah, totally.
Back in the church. I'm going to open these doors if I can. And then I want to look around and see if I can find something similar to that.
You step into the church's massive chapel and walk past a wooden offering box which stands to your left. As each of your footsteps fall on the floor's decorative tile, they echo throughout the reverently quiet room. The acoustics of the room are amazing. You look up and see the high vaulted stone ceiling. In fact, Aria looks at the diary and looks up at the stone ceiling to see if anything matches. As she looks up, she sees a mural of the heavens. As she looks to her left and right, she sees tall stained glass windows that are letting in light and have the images of saints, but none of these seem to match the images in the diary. She turns from the windows and looks to the far end of the chapel. There you see There you see a great stage. It is made of white marble. Standing in the front and center of the stage is a large white marble altar. 3 golden chalices rest upon the shining white altar. A large stained glass window depicting a stylized sun dominates the far wall behind the altar. Between you and the marble stage, there are rows after rows of wooden pews. You hear someone let out a small, sad sigh. A lone monk sits on a pew a few rows down from you on your left. His back is towards you, but his head is downcast and his shoulders are slumped.
Could I walk over to him?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
He sighs. Oh, no, sister, my mother's recently passed away. And I didn't get to see her because we're cloistered here. She was so proud of me becoming a monk. But I don't know, it feels so unfair. I wonder if the gods are even real, if Claire's even real. If it's just an illusion people tell themselves to not feel sad and feel hope.
Aria can't seem to find any words which would comfort the man at this time. For she, in fact, questions life, and living, and death, and doesn't have any words of the unknown that may lead to comfort for him. But she, in fact, instead reaches in her pocket and she pulls out some bleached bones and hands them to him.
He looks up confused.
A gift from Clara.
What are they? I mean, they're bones, but...
They are bones which are bleached and they have the protection you may need later in life or to work through these worries and concerns.
And whose bones are they? Just some bones?
I was given them by a monk, so they must be holy in some way, shape, or form.
He closes them up and holds them dear. And he nods. Thank you for your support.
I hope they give you more
comfort.
Oh, I was going to say, I hope they give you more comfort than me.
Thank you. He says thank you. And he takes them and he kind of holds them dear as he gets up and he, walks out.
And then I'm gonna go forwards. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in these pages. Can I do a roll to see if there's anything in these pages that might be in this room?
Yeah, totally.
I feel like Indiana Jones right now. Oh, I got an 18 actually. That's okay.
Like Indiana Jones, like looking for symbols. Arya takes her time and studies the walls and studies the carvings and the murals and the drawings, and they don't match at all. In fact, the style seems even different.
There's something wrong about this. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go straight to the kind of podium area. I'm gonna go all up here, and then I'm going to go over to the. Oh, no, sorry, there's two rooms here. I'm gonna go over to the right. Yes.
You try the door handle and it's locked.
Is there huh. Can I shove it open with anything? I have a crowbar and a hammer.
You can try to. I'm not going to stop you, but you're pretty sure it's going to be highly suspicious if you're in the middle of a chapel with a crowbar smashing open a door. I'm not going to stop
I
you
mean,
from try it.
if I do really well, will it not be that loud? If I get a good roll on it.
It's a crowbar. It's still going to have probably some noise and
Okay,
stuff.
creak.
Because
They
you're
might just think it's a pews. I don't know.
because you're breaking it open. Pews don't sound like breaking wood.
Creak. You know.
That's not a creak though. With a crowbar, you're like prying it open.
Okay, I'll go to the other side and see if that door opens.
You open the door. The room before you appears to be a small ready room for the abbot. In the near corner, you see a washing bowl resting upon a white marble stand. A clean white towel hangs off of the brass rod. I wrote road because I don't know how to spell rod, which I should. It's the first three letters of my last name. Extending from the marble stand. On the north side of the room, you see a large oak wardrobe. Holy symbols are carved into the front of its face. In another corner of the room, you see a young monk looking over a large piece of parchment which rests upon a small wooden table. Oh, crap! Oh, man, I screwed it up this time. The monk appears to be rubbing the parchment vigorously. As he does, he knocks over a nearby glass of wine, and the wine pours all over the parchment. No! It keeps getting worse. Oh, oh, crap. The monk jumps up, reaches past you, and grabs the clean white towel. Frantically, he places it on the wine-drenched parchment. The purple wine stains the cloth. After a moment, he lifts the towel from the now mostly dry parchment. Even from where you are standing, you can see that some of the writing on the parchment is now smudged and unreadable. The monk looks down at the parchment, then up at you, then back at the parchment, then up at you with pleading eyes. Oh, oh no. The abbot's supposed to give a sermon any minute now, and I just ruined it. Oh, I'm going to be in so much trouble. Maybe you can help me fix it. Um,
Sure, let me
uh,
help you.
okay.
Let me help you.
Let's see if I can figure it
Yeah.
out with context clues. What's a good a plural noun?
I'll go through the diary, see if I can find any words.
Uh,
Uh,
go ahead.
Candles.
Okay, candles. Um, what's another noun? Maybe this will work. Uh,
And then I look again because obviously I don't fully understand when someone says plural or noun.
well, it's just a singular noun, just like one noun. Just
What does a noun mean?
it's a person, place, or thing. Didn't you learn that in monk school?
I was taught at different monk school. Like,
I have a boyfriend, but he goes to a different monk school.
um, oh God, forest,
Oh, okay. Uh, another one of them.
biscuit,
Okay, okay. And a verb. Oh, this is a poopy day.
danced.
Danced. All right, all right. What's another noun?
Oh wait, no, not church. Church?
Sure, why not? That'll work. Uh, body part.
What's that scene from Waterboy? with the Colonel.
Medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata.
All right, what's two other body parts? I mean, technically that's right. This is technically right.
What was the last thing you asked?
Two other body parts.
Finger.
All right. One more. We're almost there.
Heart.
Heart?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We just need an adjective. An adjective, something to describe something. It's like the fat woman. You use fat. The stinky man. Stinky.
Shrieking.
Oh, okay. And one last one. We're almost there. Home stretch. We got it.
Pondering.
So he holds it up and he looks at it. He looks at the parchment and he's like, I don't. He doesn't even have a chance to read it before the abbot rushes in. Boy, give me my sermon. I'm running late. So he grabs it and then he rushes out to the altar. And I'm not going to put all the people in there. So the young man follows, and when Aria and Akela come out, they notice that the pews are full of other monks that are waiting for the abbot to give his sermon.
Can Akela just sit there on the bench?
Yeah, totally. And so just assume the other pews are full too. So the abbot walks up where he is, up to the altar, and then everyone gets quiet. Now, he begins, I shall read the holy words our goddess Clara wishes for you to know in your hearts. He looks at the parchment. He looks around for dramatic emphasis. My dear beloved candles of God, today we congregate on sacred holy ground so that we may share the news of our heavenly Lord. When we were but young children of our goddess forest, was already looking over us, protecting us. She knew our first words before we even uttered them. As a small child, my first words were biscuit dance the church. You hear a small tittering of giggles from some of the monks. Words I still often utter to myself to this day. Our God's power is beyond compare. Why, just the other day, an old woman in need came to me complaining of pain due to a vicious case of medulla oblongata. Rot. I laid my finger on her heart and besieged our goddess. The healing power of God flowed through me and into the shrieking woman. I mean, she wasn't shrieking. She was okay with it. I mean, I saw her smile as her burden was removed. A truly wondrous miracle. I think we can all agree that our goddess is a pondering goddess. Amen. With that, he puts his head down. And he says a silent prayer, the other monks do, and then everybody starts to leave. And as the abbot walks by, you can kind of make a perception check.
6. 11.
Okay. You can kind of hear him talk to himself. Oh, man, I've got to quit writing these when I'm drinking. I do not remember writing that. And so the other monks file out, as does the abbot.
I just kind of laughed to myself a little bit. And then I check if the doors are open, still in that room that I just came from.
No. Oh, wait, which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's still open. Yeah, you can go in there.
I want to go in there and then check stuff.
All right, so you open the wardrobe and you find kind of like you have regular monk robes on, but there's like the vestment that the abbot would wear, like he had it on during his sermon. Like there's a bunch of them in there.
Okay. I want to take one of them.
Okay.
I want to wear it.
Okay. Make a religion check.
A religion check?
Yep, you should have religion.
Do I?
There may be a 0 or a negative number in it.
That's a 0. No religion for me.
All right, roll and see if you would know anything about this.
Okay. I got a 10.
All right, you don't know anything about it.
Okay, and then I see if there's anything else in the room that looks interesting.
There's just a couple of bowls. There's not really much other than that in there.
Can I pocket another one of those bowls?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that bowl. I have 2 bowls now. You said everyone's gone home. Can I not make noise now?
Everybody's left the area. You don't know if they've gone home or not. You just know that they've left the chapel area. They might still be in the other parts of the church.
Can I check around here? This
Yeah,
area?
you want to look around the altar? Sure.
Yeah, can I do a perception check on there?
Yes. Firstly, you see there are 3 golden chalices resting upon the altar. And now roll a perception check.
I got a 9 altogether. Sorry, 10 altogether.
As you examine the kind of north side of the altar, you notice what looks like almost little indentations, and you press it, and a little secret compartment opens.
Ooh.
Inside of it, you see a small cloth pouch that seems to have something in it, and you find a bottle of wine.
And then do I find anything else?
Nope, just the small cloth pouch that has something in it, and then the bottle of wine.
I want to open this small pouch.
You open it up, and you see there's like 30 pieces of silver in there.
Ooh. Yay! Add that to I'm going to pocket that if you don't mind me.
It's up to you.
Pocket that. Put the wine back. And then...
Is that just not her vintage? No,
it's not my year. It's not my decade. And then put the wine back. And then see if there's any other buttons I can press.
That's it that you found there.
Actually, take the wine. I want to go take the wine and give it to the monks as a peace offering. So I want to see if the monks are around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk down here with my wine. Akela's going to follow. And then I'm going to go into here. Is there any monks around me?
Yep, the young monk is still in the corner and the old monk is still in the other corner.
I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm going to pour it in a bowl. And then say, blessed beings from Clara, the finest wine in all the lands, my brothers.
So both of them, the young man is like, oh, this at least makes things a little more bearable. And the old man is like, oh, quite a blessing indeed. And they enjoy the bottle of wine with you.
No, I put it in a bowl for them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like they drink it out of the bowl.
Okay. Does anything happen to them once they drink it?
They feel a little bit better about life.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a sleeping kind of thing, but that's not. Okay, fine. That's a shame. Okay, I want to go into this room over here.
You open the door and reveal a small hallway. The walls of the hall are covered with paintings of holy men and women. There are doors along each wall of the hallway.
Ooh, I want to go straight into them. And I go.
You open the door. The room's floor is covered by a lush red carpeting. A large painting hangs on the room's far wall. The painting depicts images of robed saints giving food to the poor. A sturdy oak table rests on the floor below the painting. 8 large, shiny silver offering plates are stacked in 2 groups upon the table.
I get out the diary and see if anything matches. Is there anything off? Do these look normal?
They don't look the same. They're different art styles. The painting on the wall, the offering plates, they don't look anything like any of the paintings or drawings in the diary.
I tried. Okay, I want to look behind the painting and see if there's anything else behind it.
You move the painting to the side and you just see more wallpaper.
Damn it. Okay, I want to look in the chalice, the offering bowls, and see what's in them.
Nothing. They're currently empty.
Okay, I want to see if there's anything in the room which couldn't be different, or I want to maybe move one of the bowls and see if anything happens.
You can move the offering plates. Nothing happens. You just pick them up and move them around.
Damn it. Okay, I'll leave the room. There's nothing in here. I want to go in the right room. The right room now.
You open the door and with a small creak and see a small office before you. Its floor is covered by a weathered purple carpet. Its walls are simple and undecorated. A tiny wooden desk sits on the opposite side of the room. A priest in brown robes sits hunched over the busy desk. At the sound of the door opening, the priest turns around and sees you. He gestures towards you. Come in, come in, come in. I need your help.
I go straight forwards.
Oh, you must be new here. I'm Prior Richard. It's nice to meet you. Uh, I've lost. It's embarrassing to say. I've lost my prized bottle of wine. I don't know where it is. Could you help me find it?
Shit.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh, could you get it for me?
Yes.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
I leave the room promptly.
Okay. He's very happy as you leave the room, not because you're leaving, because he thinks you're going to go get him his prized bottle of wine.
I go to the lavatory area. If there is one.
Not inside there, that.
Is there any toilets anywhere? Where did I wash my hands?
There's wash bowls up in the where you were earlier. The room where you stole the bowl. Yeah.
Go back to there. All the way up. I'm gonna go fill the rest of the bottle with water.
Okay.
I used to do this as a kid at home. It was great when the shampoo, I've used all of it. So there's a bit left, but then you fill up the rest with water.
All right, so you're going to fill it up with water, and then you're going to bring it back to him?
Yeah, and then I'm going to bring it back to him. But it's still got wine in it, but it's a watery wine.
It's going to be super watery.
Yeah, I didn't use that much. I only used a little bowl, like they shared between them.
But
so
they
it wasn't that
both
much.
had some, so...
Yeah, but it was from the bowl, though. So it was like a tiny bit was taken and put in a small bowl, and they just did a kind of... Not like a getting...
So you bring the watered down wine to him. He doesn't know it's watered down. Let's have him make a perception check when you hand it to him to see if he notices the color difference. He looks at it and he's like... It is the bottle. And then he opens it and he takes a sip. Were you in my wine?
Can I just dagger his neck?
Oh my god. You can if you want to.
Can I roll to dagger his neck, please?
Okay.
Okay. What are we going for here?
Do you do a normal attack with your dagger?
Natural 20.
So she stabs him in the neck and hits an artery, and just blood starts everywhere, all over the walls, all over the floors, and then he just collapses to the ground, bleeding out, and it just like goes everywhere.
But not all of it, because as he starts to bleed out, I empty the wine, and then I use his blood to fill the bottle.
Make a dexterity check. This really alternates between, oh, let's be nice to the guy with the socks and the mouse, and I can't tell someone I might have drank their wine.
I don't have a soul anymore. I'm not going to be a nice person, am I? I have no humanity anymore.
Well, you're an elf, so you probably did it anyway, but...
But, okay, then elf-manity.
Oh, the elf-manity!
The elf-manity of it all! I got 14.
You're able to get the bottle filled. I mean, the little bit it gets, some gets on the outside, but you're able to fill it with blood. Like, is it all the way full, or just you want to top it off?
I'll just top it off, really.
All right, topped it off with blood.
Okay, and then is there? Can I? There's a cork in it, right?
Yeah, you can put the cork back in it if you want.
Cork back in. Put it in my pocket. We're gonna. Is there a chair in the room? Did you say there's a chair in the room?
He was in the chair before he died. I'm
gonna move his body back in the chair, facing the wall, so it looks like he's still alive.
He's not gonna look like he's alive because he shot blood all over the walls and all over the floor. Because you hit him in the artery and it was like... It's not like he had a heart attack.
I mean, like, just against the wall.
Just spontaneously, your neck blew out?
Kind of, yeah, but he's still kind of. I want to put him back in his seat. There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah. Aria has a
Okay.
pretty big feeling, though, that if someone walks into this room, all hell's probably going to break loose.
Well, I can't move the body, so there's that.
You would probably have a hard time getting it out of there, yes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to move it. Right, so we're gonna leave the room now. Actually, you know what? We're gonna try to move the body.
Okay.
We're gonna use the string that I have and the rope that I have to make it a human puppet monk. Would you like to craft this with my crafting ability with the rope that I have, and the cutlery will be like movement things for like a puppet.
You want a weekend at Bernie's? Okay. It's going to be very difficult, but go ahead and
I'm
roll.
also going to put his hood up as well because he's a monk, so it'd be less order. Which one do you want me to roll for? The crafting first, or
Yeah, roll crafting to see if you can kind of get it rigged up, and then we'll do one to see if you can, like, perform it.
that is a 13, so that's 20. Not natural.
It just, as much as you try, it just doesn't come out well. You can, like, tie it to the hand, but it's just like you're like, no one's gonna buy this. Like, nobody, even a drunk person's not gonna buy it.
I
And the
can
guy,
pretend he's drunk though, and then like he's leaning on me, and
it just
I'm
like, and
seeing brother
it just, it's
home.
not enough to hold his weight. Well, it does not work.
Can I put him on Akila's back and have him like walk out on Akila's back?
You'd have to
I'm
drag him
taking
out.
him. Take. I still want to try to puppet him out.
It's not going to work. The thing can't carry him out like that.
Oh, if I still like, can't I like have him there like you would with a drunk person, and then you're seeing them home after a long night of drinking.
The odd, well, and there's blood all over him now too. Like the odds of that working.
I see it's dark.
It's not dark inside. It's not magically like night inside.
Fine, I'll leave him then. I'll go to the other room. Let's go in here now.
You push open the door, revealing a large office. The floor is
Hello,
covered.
brother.
What?
I said hello, brother.
The floor is covered
Brother.
by a soft, thick blue carpeting. The walls are painted a clean white that is accented with gold trim. A large bookshelf stands opposite you. You hear the sounds of a crackling fire emanating from the fireplace just slightly to the north of you. A large painting of a saint holding a sword hangs above the fireplace. You hear a voice south of you by the desk. Hello! You turn towards the south end of the room, and there you see a man in fancy green robes sitting at a large wooden desk. It's the abbot who gave that amazing sermon earlier. He sits in a luxuriously padded red chair. Opposite the desk is a modest wooden chair, most likely for guests. The man in the green robes looks at you. Do you need something?
Um, I just like to look through your bookshelf, look around, get things to study the art of Clara, the life of Clara.
He chuckles. Oh, no, those are my personal collection. They're not for the brothers here, or sisters.
Is there any way I could look at them?
Well, someday if you become abbot, you can spend all the time you want with them.
Have you not seen my cloak, my gowns, my clothes?
Oh, he notices you're wearing... Why are you wearing my vestments? That is impudent. Maybe
I'm
you are
from
new here.
another. I'm from another.
Well, it is not. It is frowned upon here. Please give me my vestments.
So I go to take them off.
Yeah, it was. It's just gonna hang around like kind of your neck. You're not taking all your clothes off.
Yeah, if
You
I'm
still got your
taking
robe.
it off, and as I do, I throw it at his face,
Okay.
and then I get a dagger out,
All right.
and then I go to dagger him.
All right. You will get to go first because this is like your surprise round. So roll initiative because then we'll have initiative after that.
18 for Aria,
Okay.
10 for Akela.
Okay, so Aria will get to go twice. Once is for the surprise, and then we'll be in our normal initiative.
Okay. Let's go, boy. Boy. 13.
That's a miss.
That was a surprise one then, so he didn't get surprised very much. So I go again, right?
Yep.
That's a 17.
That's a hit.
7.
7 points of damage. That's quite a hit.
I guess his neck.
So then it's Akela's turn.
8, so that's a miss. Akela just growls.
So he reaches back and grabs a mighty staff. The top of the staff has like a metal covering on it, and he swings it. Well, and he runs up and swings it at Aria,
Okay.
and he
I misses.
He smashes the wallpaper, puts a dent in the
Whoa!
wall.
16.
That's a hit.
7.
That's a really good hit. He bites into his foot, and he's like, "Oh!"
My shoe.
He turns his wrath towards Akela and swings with the mighty staff and totally whiffs.
And then she kind of dodges and then gets ready and pulls back and shoots for his eyeball. That's a 13.
That's a miss.
And then she trips and falls backwards.
All right, so the abbot swings at the wolf again. And that's a hit, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
7 points of damage. The abbot brings his staff crashing down upon poor Akela.
What if I hold it up? Will it give me better rolls? 19! Yeah, if I hold it up, it gives me better rolls. Is that cheating? Not really.
So Aria shoots an arrow into the portly abbot, hitting him right in the stomach. He's like, "Oh, didn't like my
12.
sermon,
Yes.
did you?"
It's terrible.
Did you say Akela got a 12?
Yeah.
That's a miss.
Your turn.
So the abbot goes after the wolf again. Hits hard.
Cool.
Let's see. What's the damage going to be, though? 10 points of damage.
That was beefy.
The abbot's the strongest person in this building.
Oh, wonderful. Not with my 19, though.
So you kind of got lucky. Like the first 4 or 5 attacks, he just whiffed.
Yeah.
19 is definitely a hit.
8.
All right, she shoots him with an arrow. It's all Akela.
19 again. 4.
Another bite. Ah! He's getting even angrier now because Aria hit him the harder part of the two. He's going to switch over to the elf and try and smash her with a natural 20. Oh, that's not going to be good. For 24 points of damage, just like wham, wham.
Was that all the points together?
No, it was 24. It was the top two.
Oh, okay.
Is Aria dead?
No,
How many hit points does she have left?
I can't tell you. Sorry.
You got to tell me. That's how it works.
4.
Okay. All right. It's Aria's turn.
9.
That's a
Misses.
miss.
Akela. 10. Miss.
The abbot's going to go after Aria again. That's a miss, right? Because of the new armor class?
That is a miss. Yeah, that is a miss. Moderate healing potion for Aria.
All right.
8. 3.
16 total.
8. Thank you. Akela's turn. 19.
That's a hit.
5.
Akela bites like a chunk out of the abbot. He's like, "Ah!" But he's still up. He's furious at the wolf. He's going after the wolf. Oh, and that's not good. How many hit points does the wolf have?
10. Left.
The wolf gets hit for 13 points total because he crit.
Oh, dear.
So that means Akela's knocked down at 0, right? And unconscious.
Yep. Wow. Okay. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to roll for Aria again.
It's just Aria and the Abbots. All that's left.
13. Missed.
The Abbot's going to swing. 16. That's a hit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
4 points.
Okay.
How many points did she got left, though?
16.
Oh, yeah, because she healed.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you healed, or that would have been it.
Don't say that yet. You're jinxing it.
I felt bad. I was like, I don't want
You jinxed it as a 5.
All right, he's going to go after her again. That's another hit. Hits her for 5 more. Oh, I'm supposed to have Akela do death saves. We can start after this turn.
Okay. 9. Miss again.
Another hit. For 8 more points.
She's going to use a potion. She's going to use...
Is she going to use it on herself or try and like give it to the wolf?
Try to give it to the wolf. No, she's going to use it on herself.
Okay.
4. Partial armor class, which is 5, right?
Yeah, lovely, yeah.
4 plus 5. 9.
Okay. All right, I was supposed to be doing the saving rolls for the wolves, so we'll start doing them now.
Okay.
So make a death saving roll for Akela.
3.
That's a fail. All right, the monk is going to go after Aria. Misses for once.
Thank Clara. 13.
That's a miss.
Saving roll.
Yep.
Again. 19.
That's a success. So you need 3 successes or failures. You got 1 of each. He's going to go after Aria again. And misses. Smashes the wall again. He's furious because he feels like he's so close to finishing her, which I think he probably is.
3. So missed again.
All right, make another roll for the wolf.
Can I use some different dice, please?
Yeah, you can use whichever dice you want.
I'm gonna set some new dice out. These are horrendous.
I wondered last time if it was weighted poorly, because like last time you kept getting really good rolls, and then like it's been much more. Not, I wouldn't say even, but all over the place.
Use my pink ones. You guys can go in the hell one. Horrific. Okay. Right.
So a death saving throw.
8.
Time does that to us all. Parmiki, that is a fail. How many hit points does Aria have left?
11.
All right, the monk, the abbot's going to go after her again. That's a miss, right? 16 is what we need.
Yeah.
Very close, but he misses.
19.
That's a hit.
Wait, you can't get 0, can you?
That's the wrong die. You're rolling 10-sided.
Oh, okay. So... oh my god.
It's like earlier when I'm like, roll 4-sided one. You're like, 6. I'm like, we've got shenanigans going on right here. But not totally bad, because you wouldn't have said 0 if you were totally trying to cheat.
I got 2. Got 3 damage.
All right. An arrow like glances and cuts him some more, and he's furious.
You're gonna do it.
Make a save for Akela.
Don't want to. 17.
That's a success. You got 1 of each now. So the next time you have to check, it's either Akela's gone for good or Akela comes back. So the abbot's go ahead.
Did I get another pet?
Well, I guess we'd have to figure that out.
Okay, sure, carry on.
All right, the abbot's gonna go after Arian hits for 7 points of damage. He's had like 3 crits or something in this fight.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
For what it's worth, though, he didn't really start it.
He did. He was
He asked you,
questioning
what can
things.
I do for you?
He was questioning things. No, he was like, "Who did you touch my wine?"
No, that was the prior in the other room. This guy had nothing to do with the wine.
Yeah. No, he said he couldn't touch his books. And then he got annoyed that I
Oh,
was wearing
wait,
his
you murdered him
clothes.
because you couldn't look at his books?
No, he wouldn't let me touch them, and then he had to go because I was wearing his clothes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, you stole his clothes and you were wearing
I didn't
him.
steal it. They're universal everywhere. I could have got those robes at another place.
But you did it. You stole him
He's,
from his ready room.
he's not the only one that has
And he asked you to give him back, and then you threw him at him and attacked him. How dare you ask for your things back that I stole from you?
Okay.
So it's Aria's turn.
Oh shit! Shoot! I need a potion. That's what I need right now. Mo, I'm gonna give him.
You could give it to the wolf. You could use that for your turn.
Sure, let's give it to the wolf.
Okay. Then the death saves don't matter, and Akela's back, and you can heal for her. It would have been hilarious though if you had to put if you'd put the circlet back on the wolf, and then the elf witch lady is like, "Why is there a wolf here now? What the hell's going
on?" 6 HP points for Akela.
Add the level thing to it too if you haven't already.
I did.
Oh, then you roll a 1? That's horrible.
I did roll a 1.
Okay, so Akela can go though. Akela like bounces back up to her feet. So Akela goes and then the abbot.
18.
That's a hit. Good thing you got all those potions before you showed up.
I know, right? 7.
That is the perfect amount. Akela jumps on the abbot and just like goes ham, tearing his throat out, and he just as he dies. A giant blood-stained fat monk there. Just blood everywhere.
How is this a fat monk so strong?
Well, he's the head of the whole like area.
Doesn't mean he's like an amazing fighter because
he's the strongest member of the church. He's the head of the church of this area, of the monastery.
Make him strong, it just makes him lazy and big. That's gonna sit on me. That's what he's gonna do.
The other thing too, though, is he ended up getting like 3 crits. He was the most powerful. He had 3 crits, makes a big difference. So
it was ridiculous.
And then you had a while there where your hits weren't coming through.
So ridiculous. I was waiting for you to tell me about his death.
He's dead. I just told you. Akela jumped on him and like tore his throat out, and he just bled out, and like Akela went ham.
Now, can I check his body?
You search through his body and you don't find anything.
We should have brought Max with us. He could just made spells on the moment.
I think Max would have ran away when you started stabbing everyone.
Max is in it for the money. He's not going to run away.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who kills people. He just scams people with shitty potions.
I don't kill people. They just engage in combat. That's the difference. I'm going to go check the bookcase now because there's no one here. So
you see a lot of kind of boring, dry tomes.
Yeah.
And then you notice his desk over there. You see that there are some drawers in the desk.
I'm going to check in the drawers.
You open up the drawers of the desk and you find a key in one, and then you just find some like papers in there.
I'll push them to the side. I'm going to put his body into the fireplace and set it up.
Okay. You have a feeling though that if you light his body on fire, everyone's going to notice the smell.
They probably just think there's some nice cooking going on.
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
They think it's more stew. I'm bringing them more stew or something. Fine, I'll leave his body in the fireplace, but I won't light it.
Okay. That's the better view when somebody comes in that you've done like part of the work.
Oh, I know what I do. He's in the fireplace, but I'll put the robe over him to hide it.
You gonna what?
The robe that I had, I'm gonna just cover it on him in the fireplace.
Okay.
so no one notices. And then I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna come out of here.
Okay, did you grab anything from the drawer?
Yeah, I grabbed the key.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you say that, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I grabbed the key, and then I'm leaving now. I'm going out here, and I'm gonna go straight through this door.
Okay.
I'm gonna go all the way up real quick,
Uh,
and I'm gonna try the key on this door right here.
you push your way, you put the key into the lock, and you turn it, and it opens the door. You push your way into a 15-foot square room. The room's floor is made of plain stone tiles. The walls of the room are plain and unadorned. You look to your left and then to your right. Barrels lying on their sides are stacked from the floor to the ceiling on both sides of you. In the far corner of the room, you can see a flight of stone stairs that leads down out of the room.
And I go down those stairs, full haste.
You begin to walk down the stone staircase. As you descend, the air around you becomes cool and slightly damp. After a short trip, you emerge into a large stone room with a low ceiling. The room is packed full of beer barrels. The barrels are stacked upon each other in organized rows. You look over towards the east end of the room and you see an old doorway that has been bricked off, right about here. Then you gaze towards the south end of the room. There is a narrow opening between the stacks of beer barrels that leads to an open doorway in another room. Let's play again. You hear a faint drunken talking coming from the room to the south.
Head towards the south, with the bottle of red in my hand.
This is going to get really dark.
Okay. What? It's only as dark as you make it.
I think it's as dark as you make it. You poke your head into the other giant storage room. The room's absolutely crammed full to the ceiling with stacks of beer barrels. There's enough beer to keep an entire village happy for quite some time. Cautiously, you take a look to the left. There, in the northeast corner of the room, you see a small table. There are several drinking cups upon the table. There are 3 monks with hoods sitting around the table drinking. From the sounds of their talking, they've been drinking for a while. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
Hello, brothers, I stand forwards. Let me give you the most delightful... No, actually, I'm not going to go forwards. These are all wine barrels, aren't they?
Beer barrels.
Oh, that sucks. Okay. No, I'm going to step forwards. Let me present to you a wonderful gift of the finest wine from around the regions.
One stands up. You're a saint. And he takes it and he starts pouring it for the friends. He's like, "Do you want a cup?"
No, thank you. I'm fully full up.
And then they start drinking the blood wine. Let's see. They've been drinking for a while. Let's see if they can detect that it's not normal. They think it is the greatest wine they have ever had. Oh, I've never had such a vintage. And they look at the bottle. We've got to remember this, Jimmy. Thank you. One of them comes up to give you a kind of drunken hug. Oh, man, this is the best I have ever had. We're going to remember this forever. And they can't stop raving to each other. You want vampires? This is how you get vampires.
And I say, some could say it is the blood of Clara.
Oh, yes.
The holy.
Amen.
Amen. So there's nowhere else I can go in this place.
When you came in, you saw here the bricked doorway, and this stuff is open. So those are the things you've seen.
I want to go over to the doorway, this one right here. Yes.
Okay.
And see if I can do anything or use anything on it.
What would you like to try and use on it?
Grapple. Hammer.
Okay. All right. Make a strength check.
Sorry, I'm just looking at it. One sec. Okay. Yeah. That is a 15.
All right. Aria pulls back with a hammer, smashes the brick wall, and she is surprised with how easily it just crumbles. Like the mortar was not very good mortar and just crumbles everywhere. And it makes a loud racket. And you can hear drunk talk from the other room. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm just getting more wine.
Oh, woo! And they cheer, woo!
Ooh.
But they don't come in the room because they're still drunk where they are because you've made friends with them.
So you hear like woo murmur in the background. Where do I go? Go through a door. I'm in here. Oh, what do I see around me, DM?
You step over the brick debris and into the catacombs. Here the walls are covered in stone shelves. A multitude of aged human bones, skulls, ribs, femurs, and the like lay upon the shelves. The numbers of bones is so great that it's impossible to even guess with any accuracy how many bodies were interred here. What you can tell, though, is that they've been here for a very long time. You look up into the corners of the stone room near the ceiling. There you can see some small spider webs. As your gaze shifts towards the south end of the room, you can see an empty doorway that leads deeper into the catacombs.
Let's go. Straightforward, I go. I tried to work out. Actually, no. Can I do a perception roll to see what bones these might be, or of whom they might be?
Where are you, and what? Do you have a certain area you want to look at, or?
This area, please. A natural 20.
You grab a bone in the massive pile and move it slightly to the side. As you do, to your surprise, it causes a avalanche. Bone-alanche, we like to call it. Loudly clattering bones begin sliding off the stone shelf and onto the floor around you. Parts of what were several dozen people now lay in a mess on the floor. On the stone shelf where these bones once lay, you see a small dagger. The leather around its hilt looks old and weathered, but its blade is still in decent condition.
I take the dagger.
Okay. It's
and
worth
add it to a main.
It is a dagger plus. It is a +1 dagger.
So 1d4 plus 1.
Yep.
I'm just gonna take that and then. Okay. And then we'll go straight forwards.
You put your hand on the door and try and open it, but it won't budge.
Let's go smash all the other bones. Right, let's go. Let's go for this area.
Okay, make a perception check.
20 again.
As you look in the massive pile of human bones, you notice a glint of light. There you see a long, dead, bony hand still wearing a ring made of silver. The sides of the ring are etched in the shape of tree branches, and the top of the ring is engraved with an image of the sun.
That does not help me. I'm going to use a hammer on this door. I'm going to take the ring.
These drunk monks, when they go up, they're going to find a horror story.
Well, they've been drinking a horror story, actually.
I'm
going to use the hammer on the door.
All right, make a strength check.
19.
Aria hits it so hard that the hammer smashes right through, knocks a big plank out of the door, and she's able to reach in and unlock it from the other side and swing the door open. As she forces the door open, her nose recoils at the overwhelming stench of rat feces that escapes the room. The room's floor is covered by an absolutely disgusting layer of rat excrement. The sounds of chirps and squeaks greets her ears. The room is full of rats, so many in fact that they're literally climbing on each other. Along the room's east wall, you can see a small hole with dirt coming out of it. That'd be like right here. Most likely that's how the rats entered and exit the room. Along the room's west wall, you can see an open archway that leads into another room. So let me get a rat a second. So that's not just one rat, though. That's like the room is full of like just rats everywhere, like a giant swarm of rats.
I want to speak to them and ask them if I can pass.
Okay.
19 plus my handling of animals is 5, so that is 20.
All right, so how does Aria go about that?
Little rats. I sit down beside one of them. I look it straight in the face. It looks like the king rat of all the rats. He governs the others. So I say to him, "Let me pass, please."
And the rats, like, respect you and your super rangery elven ways and move out of the way.
And then I pat him on the little head. And I go through.
There's one piece of lore for the people watching. Aria's characters, rangers can have a favorite enemy. Her favorite enemy is humans. So there is some, though it may seem weird, consistency of her being super nice to animals and a jerk to some humans. It does fit with the backstory. Is Akela coming?
No, Akela's eating the rats.
No, the rats will attack if Akela tries to eat them. They'll move out of the way.
What if he has like a small one? What if he just like eats it?
They're not going to be cool with someone just eating them.
Okay, Akela comes through, disgusted by the smells, and we go into this room. And what do we see in the room?
You step through the open archway into an empty square room. The floor is covered with a thick layer of dust. The walls of the room are made of plain stone blocks. Several of the stone blocks along the room's south wall contain carvings. One is carved with ancient runes, while the 6 nearby blocks are carved with rough images. When you look at this wall here,
Whoa, that's a big boy.
you can see that on the wall.
I get out my diary straight away. Because my diary... But none could defeat mine mighty battle board. Is this page, which I have in front of me, for anyone wondering where I'm reading from.
So Aria looks in the diary and studies the diary at the same time she's studying the runes on the wall and the images.
Can I work anything out from this?
That's up to you.
I want to do perception for that if I can work anything out at all.
No, that's up to you. There is no roll for that. That's up to you to figure out.
God. Okay. We traveled the Whale Road to what? Kia in Brave? Cold and dark, defended by the bane of wood. Till heaven's candle revealed mine enemy. They dispatched their war needles. But none could defeat mine mighty battle board. I need to use some fire somehow. Can I press on any of these?
Which one do you want to press?
Oh, I get it. A second. My brain just snapped into place. Felt like it was not snapping right. Snap. Okay, so first one's first. We travelled the Whale Road. So the first one I would like to press is this one.
She presses it in and it goes, and then it comes back out. You said it better than me because every time I say railroad fast, whale road, it sounds like railroad, like choo choo.
Choo choo.
Instead of like a whale. So she presses in the image that looks kind of like the sea.
Okay, and then cold and dark, defended by the bane of wood. So now press in this one.
She presses in the trees.
Till heaven's candle revealed mine enemy. And then this one. Wait. Yes, that one.
She presses in the fire.
They dispatched their war needles. Now that one.
She presses in the spear-like looking thing.
But none could defeat mine mighty battle board.
And then she presses in that one, and nothing happens.
Shit. Okay. Okay, let's do this instead. Till mighty's candle. Okay. Sorry. One second. Right, sorry, let's try again. Traveled the Whale Road. This one.
Alright, she presses it in and goes in with like a stone grindy sound.
Cold and dark, defended by the bane of wood. Cold not defended by the bane of wood. That one.
Alright, she presses in the trees.
Till heaven's candle revealed my enemy. And then this one.
She presses in the sun.
They dispatched their war needles. This one.
She presses in the spear.
And then, but none could defeat my mighty battle board.
She presses in the shield and nothing happens.
Oh, fuck.
You're close. You only have one wrong.
God dang it.
This is me in a game I'm playing. After the first one, I'm already brute forcing it. I'm not saying you should brute force. That's why people watch me let's play for half an hour in a puzzle. If you'd read it, fork it. If I can't punch it, it's not worth solving. Ubisoft.
Okay, this one,
You press in the C.
this one,
You press in the fire.
this one. Oh shit,
You
that
press
one,
in the sun.
that one,
She presses in the spear.
and then the board.
Presses in the shield. As you press in the last stone, you hear an audible click. The room's south wall swings open, revealing a secret tunnel.
I feel like I'm on Family Fortunes or Jeopardy.
You did a good job. When you put a puzzle in a role-playing game like that, it's always a kind of a crapshoot. It can seem really simple, and it can be really hard, or vice versa. You did a great job on it. And especially like that when, it's a little, we're streaming and you don't have like lots of people to talk it through. So you did a good job on it.
Hey, thanks.
So there's now a hole in the wall that leads into a stone tunnel.
And then I'm gonna go straight to the stone tunnel.
Aria and Akela step into the stone tunnel and leave the catacombs behind her. The air around her becomes unnaturally cold as she descends deeper and deeper into the earth. The tunnel is wide enough for 7 people to walk abreast. As she trudges on, she notices that the tunnel's walls are rough, as though a natural occurrence, but the rock floor beneath her is smooth and steadily descending like a ramp, almost as though it was carved flat long ago or worn smooth through repeated traffic. The tunnel slithers on snakes as she takes it ever downwards. She walks for what feels like a mile, then 2. The further she goes, the warmer and thicker the air becomes all around her. Eventually she turns a corner, revealing the end of the tunnel. Before her stands a gigantic cavern. A trail descends hundreds of feet down from the tunnel to the cavern's floor below. Rivers of boiling lava flow through the cavern, giving off waves of heat. She looks up and sees the cavern's ceiling hundreds of feet above her. A multitude of dark crystal stalactites hang from the cavern's ceiling. They reflect the red glow of the lava far below, filling the immense cavern with a soulless red glow. Then her eyes return to the trail in front of her. The trail winds its way through the cavern, stopping at a mighty stepped pyramid in the far distance. She cautiously begins to descend down the trail to the cavern's floor. Then she follows the trail for what feels like half a mile until she reaches the base of the pyramid. There she leans back to look up at the top of the pyramid, which towers hundreds of feet above her. The sides of the pyramid are made of massive stone blocks arranged in steps. A flight of large stone stairs runs up the center of the pyramid towards its top. With tired feet, she and Akela begin a long climb up the pyramid stairs. The combination of the exertion and the heat of the cavern's lava rivers causes sweat to pour down her back. After what feels like an eternity, she reaches the final stair and steps on top of the flat top of the pyramid. She turns around and looks back down the pyramid stairs at the trail that she walked to get there. It looks tiny at such a high or great distance because she's so high above it. Even the lava rivers below now look like miniature versions of themselves. She then turns back towards the top of the pyramid. A giant hole stands 20 feet away from where she stands in the center of the pyramid's great roof. You look down at the stone beneath your feet. It is marked by scuffs and divots. They lead from the top of the stairs to the edge of the great hole. The scuffs are deep enough in the hard stone that they look like they were most likely caused by or that they were unlikely to have been caused by shoes or boots. It seems more likely that they were caused by someone dragging something hard like metal across the stone top of the pyramid. 4 stone pillars stand around the great hole, holding up a tiny roof. Well, it's still huge compared to you, but small compared to the pyramid. Over the hole. You walk over the great hole and peer down into it. There you see a massive round shaft below you that must be at least 50 feet deep. It leads down into a round room below. The walls of the room are made of giant blocks of stone, which are carved to fit smoothly together. There, Aria and Akela stand on top of the lost pyramid of Kreltor. And I think that's a good place to cut it.
Da, da, da.